Welcome back, everybody. In today's episode of Cooking with Kirby, we're going to be copycatting something. Yesterday I went to Olive Garden and had some lunch with my wife, and I ordered the soup and salad combo deal, and I got that Zuppa Toscana. And as I was eating it, and it's one of my favorite soups I like to eat out there, and as I was eating it, I was looking at, what all it had. It really didn't have a whole lot of ingredients. And I was just like, you know what? I can make this. So today we're going to be making Zuppa Toscana in our Instant Pot, and I don't know how it's going to come out. It's going to be a freestyle cook. So no further ado, let's get into the recipe.
Since you're here, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure that the notification bell is rang. Check me out on social media. That way you can get notification of all my new recipes.
Alright, let's go over some of our ingredients. After eating at Olive Garden yesterday, I seen that this soup does not need a whole lot of ingredients. I got I want to say medium to large sized potatoes. I cut them up. The only reason why they're in water is because I don't want them to get brown. But yeah, about like almost a half inch, third of an inch slices. Cut them in half, and then I cut them about third of an inch slice. And then we're also going to need 1 pound of Italian sausage mild. Now, I did see in the soup that it had chili flakes, so if you end up picking up the spicy version, you do not need to add the chili flakes unless you really want to add some extra kick to it. So you're going to need 1 pound of Italian sausage, 3 cloves of garlic minced. Then you're also going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, a half of a large onion chopped. Now for the kale, we're going to eye at the end because there is pieces of kale in the soup, so I'm kind of just going to add maybe like a cup at a time to see how much we're going to need for this. So this I'll determine later on in the end, and I'll actually leave that in the recipe. And then to top it off, finish it off, we're going to need some Parmesan cheese. And then finally, we're going to need some whipping cream. This is it. This is all the ingredients that this soup needs. Now, I did see some recipes where it had bacon in it, but when I ate the soup yesterday, I did not see any bacon. So unless maybe I just didn't get served bacon with my soup yesterday, but from what I've seen, this is the ingredients that I will serve. So if you want to add bacon to your dish, by all means, go ahead and add bacon. So we're going to start off by hitting saute on our Instant Pot. We're going to go ahead and saute that pork, and we're going to go ahead and let that come to temperature. Okay, we're going to lay down just a little bit of cooking oil. We'll go ahead and let this come to temperature, and then we'll cook up our pork. Once your Instant Pot says hot on the display, go ahead and add in your pork. Go ahead and break it up. Really super easy. I don't see this soup taking long at all, to prep up and get ready. I mean, it took very little ingredients. I mean, this looks like just a set it and forget it dish once you get everything in there. We're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes or so, just to brown everything up, and then we'll add in our butter, our garlic, and our onions, and kind of cook those down a little bit. All right, so once we got those all browned up, now we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. Now it's gonna start smelling really, really good. We're gonna be adding in our onion. Going to add our chili flakes. Now I didn't say this in the ingredient list, but I'm gonna be adding in 1 teaspoon of dried basil, along with 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now go ahead and season with a little bit of salt and pepper just to get some of those onions and garlic seasoned, and a little bit of black pepper. All right, we'll go ahead and give everything a mix. This is starting to smell good. Oh yeah, as soon as I put that garlic and onion, as soon as they hit the bottom of that pan, you smell that fragrance. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add in our butter. Let that melt with everything. Now we don't need to season this too much because the pork is already seasoned. So we're gonna let that butter melt, and then we're gonna let these onions just cook down a little bit, just until where they get translucent. All right, so after about 3 minutes or so of sauteing down the onions, now we're gonna be adding in the potatoes. Along with 4 cups of chicken broth. Okay, we're gonna let this heat up a little bit because it is gonna reset the temperature on our Instant Pot. So we're just gonna go ahead and give this a mix. I think it's gonna need a little bit more water, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in, let me try 1 cup for now. And that does look a little tight. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just add another cup. So that was 4 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water. And then once this is all done, I'm gonna add in 1 cup of heavy cream. So that should be enough to make it nice and soupy. Because, you know, when I ate it yesterday, it had a lot more broth than it did ingredients. It had, you know, more potato than anything, very little on the pork sausage and stuff. So, and then you had a couple kales here and there. So, all right, so now we're gonna just go ahead and cover with the lid. Now I am going to be slow cooking this, so I'm leaving the vent open. Now let's go to the settings. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cancel from the saute. So we're gonna go to the slow cooker setting. I'm gonna be slow cooking this. I wanna let this cook for about 4 hours. It should be done. All we're really cooking here is the potato. We just want the potato to get nice and tender on us. But I got some work to do. I do work from home, and I want this ready for dinner. Now, in the recipe, I will leave both options for slow cook and pressure cook. You can actually have this set at like 5 or 6 minutes on pressure cook and it's done. But it'll be done way early for me for dinner. So keep that in mind. In the recipe, I will be leaving both directions on how to use it in slow cook and pressure cook. So with the vent open, I'm gonna just let it do its thing, and I'm gonna come back and check on it in about 4 hours. All right, so it's been almost 3 hours. I have a feeling that the potatoes could be done by now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and check them. Yeah, they look done. Yeah, the potatoes are done. Let me just get this one just to verify. Yeah, okay, the potato's tender. So what we're gonna do from here is I'm gonna go ahead and set this to saute mode. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some kale to this and a cup of cream. Okay, so we're gonna add in our 1 cup of cream. It's gonna make it nice and creamy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drop in a couple handfuls of kale. I wanna say maybe 3 handfuls there. And actually right now would be the time to check for seasoning if you want to add salt. So I'm gonna let this come to temperature, and then once it says hot and it's sauteing, I'm gonna let it cook down for just a couple minutes just to get this kale cooked. And then after that, it's done. Super easy. I mean, this was done under 3 hours. I say maybe another 5 minutes or so. Once it gets hot, I mean, it's already, you know, kind of warm. So say another 5 minutes or so. So you can have this done in about 3 hours. All right, so this has been simmering for about 3 minutes and the kale has been cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and serve up a bowl and see what this tastes like. Yeah, make sure you put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. It's got the color. I see all the ingredients that I seen yesterday in the restaurant. Now, let's go ahead and give this a taste. Get a little bit of the pork sausage, potato, and kale. Cheers, y'all. It's just like it. It tastes exactly like Olive Garden. I'm not really trying to like copycat anything. It's just a, you know, a delicious soup. It's really good. And actually this tastes just like Olive Garden. Give this a try. This is a fantastic soup. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you see future videos just like this. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, hands down. You guys need to try this recipe. As always, I'll leave the link in the video description and in the comment section so that we can go to cookingwithkirby.com to get the full printable recipe. I have these recipes, they're really good, and you should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful and take care.